That's okay. That's okay. Yes, Peter, you are in this room right here. There you are. Thank you again so much.
Yeah.
I watched David Zimmerman's Mountain Sea this morning. I warmed up for this.
Oh, really?
It was astonishing. Well, I watched it online.
Oh.
I watched the video. This was 2019. I'd never seen it. It was the height of the mysticism of the abbot becoming the temple. And it was the love of the phenomenon as everybody comes together to support the new abbot. It was all of these things.
Come with me.
Here, Shinchi.
No, I'm just. I don't know if we should try to put that much effort into. No, maybe not. Great. It doesn't work, so don't bother. Well, I did, so that my hair doesn't fall down, because then it flops down.
Shogaku Shinryu Daiyosho, Dharma great-grandfather. You came to this wild west coast of another land and trusted your disciple to establish a field of emptiness in a Berkeley attic. Your penetrating words and warm presence encouraged strong shoots of practice at Old Plum Mountain. Hakuryu Sojin Daiyosho, Dharma father. Cultivating the field of emptiness, you nurtured the vigorous sapling that soon outgrew its snug attic home. You brought the mountain here, built a zendo, a temple, created with the unbounded energy, dedication, and love of the Sangha. These gifts you have given us still endure, still thrive, solid, like these stones of yours, like you, for whom there is no coming, no going. Here with us, still, always. I offer this fragrance in gratitude.
Linda Roshi. The Berkeley Zen Center Sangha has chosen you to be our third abbot, to lead us, sit and walk beside us, and help us carry forward this gift of practice. You follow in the footsteps of your teacher, our founder, Sojun Mel Weitzman, and his successor, Hosan Alan Sinaki. Yet you do not merely follow. You listen and connect. You explore and discover. You reflect and wonder in the spirit of your Dharma name, Kodo, Shinchi, eternal way, intimate ground. You make a new path here, together with us, on behalf of all beings. This is a tender moment, as so many live in fear, pain, and confusion. But it's also an encouraging moment, as so many choose to face hatred and delusion with courage, clarity, and kindness. So many divided minds in this world of do. So much turbulence. How do we know where we stand, where we must go? We're against greed, hatred, and delusion. We're for love and compassion, you said when I asked you those questions. You have your bodhisattva vow as map and compass, and thus equipped, you do not get lost. This is a joyous moment, a buoyant return, because BZC is your first practice home. It's also a groundbreaking moment because you will be our first female abbot, invited by the board and affirmed by the Sangha. You ascend this mountain of never before, of it's about time, of eternal and intimate all at once. The ancestors smile on you. The Dharma nourishes. The Sangha cheers you on. With deep, deep gratitude, confidence, and love. On behalf of the board and the Sangha of Shogakuji, Old Plum Mountain, I invite you to be our abbot. Please guide us with your clear commitment and steady, compassionate way.
Original teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha, plucking a handful of leaves from the vast forest of your realization. For 45 years, you offered the healing medicine that is freedom from suffering. Your teachings manifested in myriad forms, suited to each person, place, and time, each a precious fruit arising from the deep gratitude of your awakening. With profound gratitude for your lion's courage and inconceivable generosity, I vow to uphold this path that you have shared with us. May it continue for countless kalpas. Daigen Shuri, fierce and steadfast protector, thank you for guarding this temple and the lineage of ancestors, teachers, teachings, and practitioners. I vow to protect the practice and the people of this temple and to continuously uphold the true Dharma. Bodhidharma, fierce bringer of the teachings from India to China. 9 years, just sitting, not knowing. Because of the causal condition of your relentless determination to realize the way, we are here today, deeply grateful to be able to receive the marrow of your teachings. I vow to uphold this inconceivable treasure that you shared and to continue to point the way toward the dance of nothing holy and everything is holy for the benefit of generations yet to come. This robe of liberation, this rice field of happiness, has been sown through the generosity and kindness of many hands. I offer deep gratitude to our head sewing teacher, Jean Selkirk, for guiding and supporting the entire process of bringing the formless robe into the realm of form. And to Shorey Hax Baker, Joe Buckner, Konjin Galen Godwin Roshi, Vicki Glenn, and the Houston Zen Center Sangha, and many, many members of the Berkeley Zen Center Sangha and others who stitched this robe with such care and devotion. I vow to wear this robe of Buddha with the mind and body of its sacred meaning.
Liberation, feel far beyond form and emptiness, wearing the Tathagata's teaching, saving all beings. Dai Sai Muso Fukudene Niruyoraikyo Kodo Shoshujo Great Robe of Liberation, feel far beyond form and emptiness, wearing the Tathagata's teaching, saving all beings.
新千代翔さんのバークレー全センターの新さんのお祝いの言葉を呈します。
Congratulations words heard at Venerable Shinchi Osho's first turning of the Dharma wheel.
多年死に参じ道を問うこと行くためん。
You have called upon your teachers and inquired into the way for many years.
幸いに自恩によくし、生家まどかなり。
Fortunate to have bathed in the compassionate grace of your predecessors, you have brought realization and accord to full completion.
この日、街道す小学の寺。
On this day, as the Dharma Hall opens at Shogakuji, the auspicious peak temple,
随行あまねくみつる湾東の天。
our blessed radiance universally fills the eastern skies above the bay.
新地和尚様は白龍宗順老師和尚に参じ、鈴木老師の開いた仏の道を説い、多年実践されてきました。
Shinchi Osho, you have called upon Hakuryu Sojun Osho and have earnestly inquired into the Buddha way, opened by Suzuki Roshi through steady training and wholehearted dedication for many years.
幸いに戦士たちの自恩によくし、その正当性を円満に証明され、法形に連なる方々は皆さん喜びを表しています。
Having been nourished by the deep compassion for your teachers and ancestors, your authenticity naturally ripened, and realization verified here stand in continuity with the lineage. Now, it is celebrated by all those connected to this lineage who are sharing their joy.
この今日という日、小学寺の正門は広く開かれ、新地和尚様は歩みを進めてまいります。
On this auspicious day of your installation at Shogakuji, the mountain gate opens wide as you further step forward.
人々の幸運を照らす輝かしい光が湾の東の天に満ちています。
May your presence illuminate the lives of many people as the auspicious light spreading across the eastern sky above the bay.
Congratulations.
This message is from Konjin Galen Godwin, the director of the International Center of Soto Zen Buddhism, on behalf of the staff of the International Center in San Francisco and Tokyo. Congratulations on this profoundly important moment. This ceremony honors Reverend Shinchi, as well as Berkeley Zen Center, whose long, stable history serves as a beacon for the world. The whole world of Soto Zen is brought together here at this moment. Across the continent and across the ocean, we salute you and vow to continue to walk the way together with you, to share the teachings of Shakyamuni and the founders of Zen. We are all part of the vibrant Indra's net of centers providing refuge and clarity. We celebrate the depth of our ancient lineage and the breadth of our international relationships. Your center, founded by Suzuki Shunryu Roshi and by courageous Sojun Weitzman Roshi, was the incubator for American urban Zen, a true innovation in this country. Kushiki Sanaki Roshi extended your connections across the world, maintaining links with all schools of Buddhism, taking the responsibilities of Soto Zen deeply seriously. Berkeley Zen Center now extends the red thread of care to a wise and compassionate new mountain, Shinchi Galijan Roshi, who holds the thread steadily. From Houston Zen Center, auspicious cloud temple, where the community is watching this ceremony, I attest that our own thriving success has been nourished and made possible by following the example of Sojun Roshi, Kushiki Roshi, and Shinchi Roshi. Berkeley Zen Center showed the way to many temples in the US, the way to practice authentic Soto Zen in the middle of a city, welcoming everyone. The red thread of practice is now a net across the continent, with many jewels all thriving and connected. We pray that Berkeley Zen Center will continue its innovative and interconnected ways and continue to serve as a guide for beings. From the International Center and from Houston Zen Center, we extend our warm hands to your warm hands across the minds. Great congratulations.
Linda Roshi. Our founder, Sojun Mel, was your teacher. He ordained you as a priest and gave you Dharma transmission. You have the marrow of his teachings. With our second abbot, Hozan Allen, you had a long Dharma friendship. The whole of spiritual practice, said the Buddha. For many years, you lived at San Francisco Zen Center in Tassajara, taking up practice and administrative roles. You love Zazen, and you love people. Once a professional musician and bandmate, you understand the essence and beauty of collaboration. A seasoned student of the Dharma and a psychologist, you meet conflict and complexity with curiosity and kindness. After leaving San Francisco Zen Center, you taught at other Zen temples in our branching streams of our lineage. You're deeply familiar with our BZC way, and you know other ways. You have the open and flexible mind of a traveler. You returned to BZC during a time of difficulty, when Hozan was ill and his future ability to function as abbot was very uncertain. Coming out of the challenges of a global pandemic and still mourning the loss of our founder, the Sangha was in what I would say was a tender place, strong but stretched. When the call came from former board president Karen Sundheim, asking if you would return to support us in ways we didn't even really know yet what that was or how to define it, you and Greg said, "Yes, I will." Once here, you continued to say, "Yes, I will." As an abiding teacher, you learned what was needed by listening, observing, and intuiting. From giving talks and leading sashins, to consulting with senior students and priests and welcoming every new face. From sitting upright zazen to tending to the intimate details of ritual when Hozan passed. You said, yes, I will. Feeling your way to offering just the right support in just the right moment. We know you to be trustworthy, humble, empathic, grounded in the Dharma and in your body, calm and capable, serious and playful. We trust that, like the skilled sewing teacher you are, you will care for every stitch in the robe of our practice. You bring wholehearted practice, an embodiment of your root teacher, Sojin. You bring wisdom and community, wisdom about tending relationships, how to meet difficulty and cultivate harmony, an embodiment of your Dharma brother, Hozan. In this time of transition at BZC and acute suffering in the world, you bring your spacious, settled presence, lending confidence that together we'll find our way. We are so grateful for your yes, for your willingness to show up and to serve, and you have our complete love and support.
Linda Roshi, what a gift you are to this venerable Sangha. Your willingness to serve has guided your life. You bring so many talents to this moment. One of your strongest is the way you understand, value, and cultivate relationships. A friend indeed to all who seek your clarity and your groundedness. You and I wended our way through the trials of leadership, holding each other up amidst the fires of the forest and the fires of the world of samsara. In those roles, all the difficult and impossible situations rise to the top and beg to be met with wisdom and compassion. You developed your own skills to provide leadership that looked and felt like friendship. If they do not already know, your Sangha will see how you can be direct, honest, and kind simultaneously. For me, you have been someone I can come to with my uncertainty, my anger, my ambition, and find a safe place to be exactly who I am. You have met my disruptive nature with stability, and you have met it without judgment. We are all fortunate to live this practice with you as a devoted spiritual friend. Great congratulations.
Somehow, mysteriously, this person, in the form of a small female body, stands before this enormous mountain. How did this happen? No one can say, but I'll say this. A path marked by a deep and joyful inner yes, a leaping of the heart in resonance with the truth. A path that led me to Old Plum Mountain. The form of this heart's inmost request manifested. To practice intensively, in community, and to be of service. Answering the call of yes from the heart, from the universe, somehow led me here to the foot of this mountain. Although keenly aware of my faults and limitations, I am deeply supported by all the Buddhas and ancestors. By myself, so little can be done, but together with all of you, so much is possible. Invoking the presence and compassion of our great ancestors, Shakyamuni Buddha, Bodhidharma, and Ehe Dogen, I offer this fragrance for world peace. With our great ancestor, Sensho Meili Scott, I vow to continually cultivate the ground of peace for myself and others, and persist, independent of results. May I always know that my peace and the world's peace are not separate. May all my acts of body, speech, and mind be always in accord with that fundamental truth. May our practice and work together be dedicated to peace throughout the world, for the well-being of all living beings, and for the life of this small, fragile planet. With profound gratitude to our founder, Suzuki Roshi, for seeing everyone as Buddha. The light of your being drew uncounted people to seek the way. Sojin Roshi, you dedicated the whole of your life to Old Plum Mountain. Your warm, steady wisdom and presence anchored the Sangha and encouraged its growth. Hozan Roshi, your attentive care of this temple and your teacher made so many things possible, and the gifts that you shared from your fully engaged life and practice outside the gate enriched us all. May the gifts of their teachings continue endlessly. This fragrance is offered to our members, donors, and families, and to our deceased practitioners and benefactors. Because of your generosity, your great efforts, and your practice, the three wheels of giver, receiver, and gift turn smoothly in this temple. The fabric and lifeblood of this temple is manifested in your hearts, in your bodies, and in your love and care for each other. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My Honshi, my root teacher, Sojin Roshi, Mel. You gave me a wide pasture and stayed steady and present in the center. Your granting way and open hands were a teaching this fourth horse was slow to take in. Through it all, you encouraged and trusted my practice, regardless of whether or not I thought I was trustworthy. Your physical form has gone from this world, yet you feel closer to me than ever. There is nothing to get in the way. We always met where it mattered most, in the clear circle at the center.
いちぎ。
Dragons and elephants, let us call forth the Dharma. Bring me your questions.
Shinchi Linda Galijan Roshi. Shosan Rohatsu 2025. Things will change. Amidst these changes at Berkeley Zen Center, what does the Buddha have to teach us about our relationship?
Yours and mine?
Yes.
Ah. Good friends in Dharma are the whole of the holy life. I am so glad that you are my good friend in the Dharma, and I hope that I am always a good friend to you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great. Congratulations.
Linda Roshi. When I'm asked to lead, and the cries of the world keep coming, I've listened deeply and I don't know what to do. What then?
Just keep doing the next thing that is clear enough to take that step. Every step on the path will lead you to the next. If it's a wrong step, you'll know it.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great congratulations.
Sister in the Dharma, Kalyanamitra, what has your long, sincere, committed, and clear-eyed practice taught you about giving and receiving love?
It's the most important thing. The giving part is easy for me, and the receiving part is an ongoing practice. Will you please help me with this?
Yes, I will. Congratulations. Great. Congratulations.
Roshi, what does it mean for you personally to carry on and uphold this lineage?
Listening to and acting from my inner compass. Taking it very, very seriously. And the responsibility of doing so. It's not just for me, it's for you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great, congratulations.
Shinchi, Rishi, my friendship, my elder. It's a beautiful day. So happy to be here with you. But here's my question. These decades of Zazen that you've had, what is it that we know? What is it that you know from these decades?
There is suffering, and there is freedom from suffering. And there is a path to the freedom from suffering, and we actually have to walk it ourselves. And we can't do it alone. We can only do it together. But our feet, our bodies, our minds, and our hearts have to do the hard work. It's not easy.
Noble friendship. Congratulations. Great. Congratulations.
And Roshi.
How do you feel?
From the waist down, grounded. From the waist up, a bit of a flutter, right about here. Above that, joy.
It's a start. Thank you. Congratulations. Great, congratulations.
Linda Roshi, I would love to come here and simply sit with you quietly in this beautiful zendo whenever possible. However, I recently heard you say from your Dharma seat in this zendo, your silence will not protect you. Out of compassion for the many, what silences will you break from your high seat on the mountain?
What I see that I feel is harmful and that is not being said. I vow to speak the truth of what I see for the benefit of beings.
Thank you. Congratulations. Great congratulations.
So many years, seeking a path through silent desert spaces, persevering without destination, turning toward the unknown, the unwanted, the dark places. The path created in walking, in falling, in getting up, and walking and falling again and again. The path and the practice, just this, one continuous mistake. Deep trust, beyond doubt and within doubt. Nothing is separate. Nothing is wasted. Every step you take is the movement of the light. There are no mistakes. There is nothing that is not nourishment, that is not the beating red heart of practice, finding its way. Walking the path walks the person. The path, undivided, unfolds of itself. Hoitsu Roshi, Hojo-san, you have come such a long way to guide and support us in this ceremony and to embody Manjushri today. We are deeply grateful for the many gifts you have so generously shared with us over so many years. Your wisdom and compassion, your warmth and your humor are enduring gifts to teachers and practitioners in our family lineage. Your kindness continues to ripple outwards for the benefit of so many living beings here and throughout the world. I am deeply grateful for this life. I feel fortunate beyond measure. And I'm profoundly humbled by all the kindness and support I have received. I'd like to express appreciation for some of the people who have supported me on my path. For my parents who gave me my life and who modeled what a life of joyful service and care for others could look like. For Gil Fronsdahl, my first teacher, immediately recognized, whose wisdom and teachings are woven into the ground of my being. For Leslie James, whose calm, matter-of-fact presence has been a steady anchor in the midst of whatever storm was blowing through. For Konjin Galen Godwin Roshi, for her warm and generous support, guidance, and friendship from my earliest days at Tassajara. Words cannot begin to reach it. For Ajin Linda Ruth Cutts Roshi, who shared with me her love of forms and delight in play. For Rinso Ed Sadazan, whose kindness and loving heart has so often encouraged and sustained me in difficult times. And for my beloved husband, Zenshin Greg Fane Roshi, the love of my life and my best friend. Your love and support are unwavering, and you make me laugh every day. So much of what has been most joyful, nourishing, and life-giving over the past 25 years has been intimately, inextricably intertwined with you, including this ceremony. Thank you so much. Sun-faced Buddha, moon-faced Buddha. Sensho's verse says, "For 20 years I have had fierce struggles, going down into the dragon's cave for you. Clear-eyed monks, do not make light of this suffering." Sun-faced Buddha, moon-faced Buddha. I say 30 years, but who's counting? This suffering is the small door, the birth canal. We have to go through it. It cries out to be entered, not once, but again and again. Inside the cave, feared enemies reveal themselves as dear friends, laughing and sharing a cup of tea. The tea is sweet. Suffering still has sharp claws. The dragon is curled nearby. One step at a time, I have walked a path that unexpectedly led to this mountain seat. With surprise, joy, awe, humility, and overwhelming gratitude, I am standing here. But we are all doing this together. I have deep trust that we will continue to walk the path together, to find our way in these uncertain and unsettling times, and that we can rely on the collective strength of our practice, our trust in the Dharma, and one another. Of course, this trust is not separate from the very real effort it takes to refrain from what is harmful and to do what is good, what is beneficial in the world for the sake of all beings. Thich Nhat Hanh said, "The future Buddha may manifest as the Sangha, the lived recognition of the power and vitality of collective awareness and action, which is far more powerful than a single person, no matter how gifted." Let's find out what we can do together for the benefit of all beings throughout the entire world. Thank you all for sitting patiently for so long.
I'd like to thank all of my teachers, and so many of you here are my teachers. Those up close, absolutely, but pretty much everyone in the room have been my teachers, continue to be my teachers, and I hope will be my teachers in the future. All of your trust and generosity that I have received, I have treasured, and I continue to do so. Let's stay close. Let's stay in contact. There's a lot going on these days, but let's hang in there together with each other. I'd like to thank my sewing teachers that brought me into the wonderful practice of sewing Buddha's robe. Ann Bussey and Rebecca Maeno here at Berkeley Zen Center. Zenke Blanche Hartman Roshi and Kunjin Galen Godwin Roshi for many wonderful hours at Tassajara in the dining room, which is our sewing room in the winter. Everyone who made this ceremony possible, Huitsu Roshi, Shungo-san, thank you so much for coming. Wat Mongol Kratanam, the Thai temple up the street where we had the Anga show. Our ceremony directors, we had 3 of them, Greg, Lori Sanaki, and Dave Richmond. Thank you all so much. It's a huge labor of love. Greg's nodding. Huge labor, a lot of love. Marie for providing such beautiful treats and the reception, and John Bush and Carol Paul, Blake for all the tech work, Mark Copperthorne and Rich Freitas as our work leaders, and I have no idea how many more of you were involved in the ceremony, but I know many, many. Seeing people here at all kinds of odd times and just having an inner thank you. The whole Berkeley Sangha, of course, and all of you here in the Great Assembly in this room and online, thank you so much for your support and presence. And all the members of BZC, near and far, and all our supporters, all of you make this place possible.
I think I'm up. So on behalf of the whole Berkeley Zen Center Sangha, it is my honor to congratulate you on this momentous and mountainous occasion. This is an achievement on a journey that began many years ago. I can't imagine that when you started, you thought you would end up where you are. I am sure intention played a part, but so did serendipity to end up where you started this path as the abbot of the Berkeley Zen Center. As I offer my congratulations, I also have to say how very lucky we are that you came back here when you did with Greg without a plan to stay and were here just when we needed you. I will also say that I was on the board at that time, and when I saw our list of requirements and duties for a new abbot, I wondered if anyone would apply for the position. But here you were, and you were willing. We are truly fortunate. Finally, I will say that having held several positions at BZC, I know that the list of duties is always about 50% of the actual job. So thank you. And thank you again for coming to us.
Thought it was going to be last. Can you hear me? I give thanks to Mahapajapati. I give thanks especially today that the aunt of Shakyamuni Buddha shaved her head and donned the robe of liberation without permission, but rather in protest, demanding ordination for herself and many other women who sought to enter a life in Buddha's way. I give thanks to the early bhikkhunis, nuns, acharyas, who held the lineage thereafter in body and mind, despite not being recognized. And now, Shinchi, Linda, Galijan, you stand before us in that line, body and mind very much recognized. You stand on a mountain before us, not only in succession of the now deceased former two abbots of Berkeley Zen Center, but in succession of many, many women, nuns, and acharyas, Mahapajapati, who have been denied the opportunity that you are receiving today. I am one of those people whom you offered early in my practice your undeniable support and safe journey through the forest of Zen practice. Once you listened to me for an hour as I went on and on about the struggles of the path in the context of what seemed to cause more suffering. You simply listened the entire time. You held the lamp as if holding a one-person silent vigil for my suffering. And I thank you for that time and time again. And there's this small gift I'd like to give you. It's a haiku from Chinyoni. And she wrote it, this was written 300 years ago. And she was considered one of the major haiku masters in alignment with Basho. And she wrote, "The autumn wind resounds in the mountain, voice of the bell. The autumn wind resounds in the mountain, voice of the bell." Congratulations, Berkeley Zen Center, for your insight, your intuition, and your capacity to hear the voice of a different and profound bell, knowing that it would reach all others in your choice of Shinchi, Linda, Galijan as abbot. Shinchi Roshi, may your abbacy be influenced in how you have walked the path of Dharma with integrity and with the totality of your life. Remember, the Dharma wheel's always turning, and the Zen ancestors have entrusted you with that wheel. Great congratulations. Congratulations.
This is on behalf of Gil Fronsdal. Linda, congratulations. I have witnessed your practice and dedication for over 30 years. The personal honesty and sincerity you always brought to our meetings remains inspiring. Even more inspiring is your maturation into simply being yourself. As Suzuki Roshi said, "When you are you, Zen is Zen. So when you are you, I can be me. When you are you, your students can be themselves." It is personally meaningful to me to have you become the abbot of Berkeley Zen Center, which I've been connected to for 50 years. The Dharma of Mel, Alan, and the Berkeley Zen Center is alive and well today through you and all who practice there. I cherish how long connection brings me back to where so much began. The word congratulations comes from the Latin with joy. In Indian Buddhism, with joy is anumodana, sometimes translated as rejoice. In Zen, the equivalent arises from each of us meeting each other as we are, knowing the Dharma is right here, right now. I look forward to continuing being right here, now in the Dharma, with you as abbot of Berkeley Zen Center. With joy, congratulations, Gil Kojin Fronstal.
Hi, Linda, my sister-in-law. Love you so much. She had an immediate and much-needed positive effect on our family. Her calm presence and kind, discerning qualities have been so beneficial, pouring oil on our troubled waters. I believe these qualities do make her an excellent abbot. And it's a great step for Brooklyn Zen Center to have a woman leader, with due respect, of course, to Mel and Al. I thought they were both wonderful. I knew them only briefly, but they were awesome. But nonetheless, I think it's great that you are doing this, and it was a wonderful choice, an excellent choice, to have a woman leader at Brooklyn Zen Center. And presumptuous of me, but I wrote, maybe with God's help, our country will do the same.
Babe, I love you so much. I love how you love all the colors. I love how you know the names of all the colors. I love how tactile you are, how you are in the world, how you relate to people and things. I love how you are in a fabric store. Like, many years ago, I would be like, fabric store, another fabric store. Now I'm like, I could watch you in a fabric store for hours. I'm like, maybe if there's an afterlife, it's you and me in a fabric store. I just love you so much. You know, since we got back here to our home temple, good old Berkeley, so many people have said to me, oh, I wonder if Linda will be the next abbot. I hope Linda might be the next abbot. Do you know if Linda's applying to be the next abbot? Don't you think it would be a good idea to Linda be the next abbot? I've heard this many times. So many different people saying that. You know why? Because it's true. It's all true. All those nice things that people have said about you. Yeah, they're true. We have adventures, don't we? Yeah, I did not see this one coming.
But I want you to know, and I want everybody here to know, that I'm fully on board. I want to tell my Sangha that my work practice position from here on out is supporting you. My fundamental project in the Dharma is supporting you. I don't want a title. I don't want to be Jisha or Anja or Okesa. I just want to be that person who is supporting you. That's it. That's what I'm going to dedicate myself to. And it gives me so much joy. Congratulations. Now, I think we should probably have some snacks and fizzy water.
friends, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for your presence and support during this ceremony. If we could please allow the guests in the first 3 or 4 rows to exit first. Everyone's invited to a reception in the courtyard, snacks, and photographs. Thank you very much.